Friends, today's topic is World Bank. Welcome to all of you. Uh, Under this international trade and commerce, in that context, we are learning the concepts of World Bank. Going to share the screen with you. Yeah, before going there, let me take you to the website of World Bank. Just give me a moment for that. Yeah. Are you able to see the screen? You can visit there www.worldbank.org. Are you seeing the screen now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can see this website of World Bank. Okay, as you can see, World Bank below that, can you read? Two names are written IBRD, IDA. Okay, we'll be understanding what is the meaning of that thing. First, let us understand what is World Bank. To understand that thing, let me take you to this place, who we are. So let us learn what is World Bank. You can just have a look at their homepage. Let us go here, who we are. If I click here, yeah, now you can see with 189 member countries, staff more than 170 countries, and offices over 130 locations, the World Bank Group is a unique global partnership. Five institutions working for sustainable solutions that reduce poverty and build shared prosperity in developing countries. Now you have understood how many countries are members? How many countries are the members?
170.
70.
More than 170.
Please read it once again.
189.
189.
189 member countries.
Staff are from 170.
189.
How many offices are there over all over the world?
130 each.
130 offices are there. And you must have understood when you talk about the World Bank, in fact, we refer to a group. And this group consists of how many members? How many institutions are there?
5.
Five. That means there are five institutions joined together, and that is referred to as World Bank Group. World Bank is something, and World Bank Group is something else. We'll be discussing all these things. And can you tell me what is the mission or ultimate objective of World Bank?
So, like reduction of poverty
Hmm.
and
Reduction of,
sustainable development solutions.
okay, and share the prosperity in developing countries. So it is very clear that what is the mission of the World Bank. You see, missions are also clearly stated. Okay, to end extreme poverty in few countries where extreme poverty is there, that can be ended with the help of World Bank. And one more mission is to promote shared prosperity. So certain poorest countries are found out, and this group wants to share prosperity with them. Now you can see one more thing. This World Bank Group is one of the world's largest source of funding and knowledge for developing countries. So it is a source of funding and also it is a source of knowledge. So it also does knowledge sharing. Okay. And it's in fact a combination of 5 institutions who share a commitment to reduce poverty and to share prosperity and also for promotion of sustainable development. So with this intention, a group of 5 institutions. Now, if you can see what is written here, the World Bank Group, 5 institutions, 1 group. So World Bank Group is not only one organization. And what are these 5 institutions? You can look at here. Read what is the first one. Can you read it out? Sorry,
So International Bank for Reconstruction and Development.
yeah, which is called as IBRD.
IBR.
Second, this is one more institution.
The International Development Association.
International Development Association, referred to as IDA. What is the third one?
The International Finance Corporation.
International Finance Corporation, referred to as IFC. And what's the fourth one?
The Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency, which is MIGA.
MEGA. Fifth one.
The International Center for Settlement of Investment Disputes, ICSID.
Very good. So these are the 5 institutions taken together, referred to as World Bank Group. They partner with various governments and also with private sector. Okay, you can read the annual report of World Bank. You can detail understand what are the activities, what are the projects they are doing in various countries. Okay, member countries list, you can find it out. Right, history of World Bank, you can find it out. Organizational structure, you can find it out. Okay, this is detail about their projects. Okay, you can see the photograph of the president of World Bank Group. So this gives us a broad idea about what we are going to learn, what is World Bank. Got it? Now I am going to share the PPT files with you. If you look at your syllabus as regards to World Bank, we need to know what is the purpose, what are the principle and policies. In fact, we need to know what are the activities they do. Okay, so as you have seen, so World Bank Group consists of these 5 organizations: IBRD, International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, IDA, International Development Association, IFC, International Finance Corporation, MEGA, Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency, and ICSID, International Center for Settlement of Investment Disputes. So these 5 taken together is referred to as World Bank. But when is referred to as World Bank Group. But when you talk about World Bank, that means even referring to World Bank only, not World Bank Group. Right? Then I'll be talking about 2 institutions. Meaning, these 2 taken together, top 2 taken together, will be referred to as World Bank. And all 5 taken together can be called as World Bank Group. So under World Bank, 2 institutions are there. One is International Bank for Reconstruction and Development. Second one is International Development Association, IDA. IBRD lends to governments of middle income and credit worthy low income countries. If the country is having low middle income and even in low income, but it is credit worthy, that is, it's worth giving them credit, meaning they are capable of repaying. World Bank extends finance to them. Okay. Similarly, IDA provides interest-free loans, which are called as credits and grants to governments of the poorest countries. IBRD and IDA taken together make up the World Bank. So World Bank means these two institutions, and World Bank Group means all the five institutions. This concept is clear, I think. Okay,
Yes, sir.
right. Now, one by one, we'll talk about this institution coming to World Bank Group. First of all, International France Corporation, IFC. Under World Bank Group, now I'm talking about. First two things I told you. What is IBID? What is IDA? I already told you in this slide. Now coming to third part. World Bank Group. First is IFC. It's the largest global development institution focused exclusively on private sector. What it does, it helps developing countries to achieve sustainable growth. How it is achieved? By financing investments, mobilizing capital in the international market, and providing advisory services. That means this institution not only give finance and not only support, not only extends capital support, but also provides advisory services to the business and also to governments, gives advices to governments. That means what kind of policy decisions should be taken, and also advices to businesses are also given. Okay, this is the role of IFC. And MIGA, that is Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency. It is created in the year 1988 to promote foreign direct investments into developing countries. The focus of this institution is to ensure that foreign direct investments or FDIs should come to developing countries so that they can be supported, they can be supported in economic growth, reduce poverty, and improve people's life. So intention is very clear. For this purpose, foreign direct investments are supported, are called for. Then MIGA fulfills this mandate by offering political risk assurance, political risk insurance guarantee to investors and lenders. Now you see this foreign direct investment will be coming with the help of MIGA, with the support of MIGA. But MIGA also offers them a guarantee against political risk. If political situation changes or country specific situation changes, then MIGA gives a guarantee to those investors that their investment amounts will be protected. Okay. The third institution in our sequence, you can say the fifth institution, the International Center for Settlement of Investment Disputes. So when international investment comes, there is always a possibility of some disputes. So this institution, ICSID, helps in settlement of these disputes through reconciliation and arbitration process. In case any investment disputes are there, so this organization, this institution helps to reconcile the issue and also arbitrate the matter. So this is broadly, these are the five institutions and their role. If we want to learn, if you would like to learn in detail what is IBRD, the subsequent slides will be explaining those aspects. IBRD offers loan to middle income developing countries and to credit toward the low income countries that you know. IBRD is the first of five member institutions of World Bank Group. It's headquartered at Washington, D.C. in United States. It was established in the year 1944 with a mission of financing reconstruction of European nations. And subsequently, it is extended beyond Europe also. It is extended to worldwide operations with the intention to eradicate poverty. It gives concessional lending. IBRD and its concessional lending arm, that is in IDA, are collectively known as World Bank. That's what I told you earlier, that IBRD and IDA both taken together are called as World Bank. IBRD provides commercial grade or concessional financing to various states to fund their projects, to improve their transportation, to improve infrastructure, education, domestic policy, environmental consciousness, energy investments, healthcare, to access food and potable water, and to access improved sanitation. For all these areas, for bringing development in all these areas, IBRD provides support. It is owned and governed by its member states. Okay, and shareholders, the member shareholders contribute towards capital. They have got a right to vote. Okay, in addition to the contributions which are received from members, IBRD also acquires its capital through borrowing from international capital markets. IBRD also borrows money. Yeah, it offers a number of financial services, like offers flexible loans, offers grants, risk guarantees, also financial derivatives, and any catastrophic risk financing also made by IBRD. As you know, 189 member countries are there, a board of 25 members. Okay. Institution provides a combination of financial resources plus knowledge and technical services and strategic advices to developing countries. So developing countries also gain from this non-financial areas like technical support, strategic advices. Okay. It has got many financial products, as you know. It finances projects across various sectors, provides technical support and expertise in various stages. Okay, so basically these are some areas you can have a look at in detail. You can have a look at these slides and you can read in detail what are the various services. Okay, just have a look. Now, let us come to the functions of IBRD. So it supports, first of all, just a minute, long-term human and social development. It preserves borrowers' financial strength by providing support at the time of crisis. Okay, first of all, first function is to long-term human and social development is ensured, preserves borrowers' financial strength, promotes key policy and institutional reforms, creates a favorable investment climate, facilitates access to financial markets. These are the key functions of IBRD. Just you can have a look and you can remember also. These are the various functions. Okay. Now, how IBRD finance, as I told you, mostly through its capital per members countries, plus it can borrow. IBRD has got a good credit rating, AAA rating is there. So it can borrow money at a very low cost and use it as its resources. That's the advantage of IBRD. It also earns income through investments. Okay. And the next institution is IDA, International Development Association. It offers concessional loans and grants to the poorest countries. It is a member of World Bank Group, as you already know, located or headquartered at Washington, D.C. of United States. It was established in the year 1960. And its mission is also, you see, similar to other IBRD, that is reducing poverty, to provide affordable development financing to countries whose credit risk is prohibitive, that they cannot afford to borrow commercially. There might be some countries where credit risk is very high, and because of that reason they are unable to borrow money. So IDA helps to those countries offers them consistent loan so that the objective of eradication of poverty can be achieved. Basically, intention of this institute is to assist the poorest nations. It's the single largest provider of funds to economic and human development projects in the world's poorest nation. I had already shown you to the website. You can visit to the website. You can find out list of projects. You can also visit the projects and find out where activities are going on, how much money has been spent on those activities. Right. These are some facts and figures regarding IDA. Just you can have a look. Later on, you can read this thing. So various countries are supported. This slide shows how many countries are supported. Let us say it gives assistance to world's 77 poorest countries, 39 of which are in Africa. You already know it gives concessional loans, and it also sometimes at zero interest rate or very low interest rate loan is offered to countries. It also grants countries the risk of debt distress. Grants means it's also a kind of loan. It provides debt relief to heavily indebted poor countries. Okay, and it has got multilateral debt relief initiative also. Next institution is IFC, that is International Finance Corporation. This, as you know, this is also a part of World Bank Group. It offers investment advisory and asset management services. Right. It was established in the year 1956 and headquartered in Washington, D.C. of United States. It advances for economic development by investing in strictly for profit and commercial projects that purport to reduce the poverty and promote development. So for reduction of poverty and promotion of development, if there is some commercial organizations are there, this institution supports them. Objective is to create opportunity for the people to escape poverty and achieve better living standard, mobilizing financial resources for private enterprises. And second objective is to promote accessible and competitive markets, supporting businesses and other private sector entities. Third objective is to create jobs and delivering necessary services to those who are poverty stricken or who are otherwise vulnerable. If they are stuck in the poverty in such a way that they cannot come up, then IFC offers them a support. So as you can observe, most of the institutions work with similar kind of objective. So you can easily identify how they work, what is the basis of their working, on which principles they work. Yeah, the goal of IFC is to ensure sustainable agricultural, to increase sustainable agricultural opportunities, improve health and education, increase access to financing for microfinance and business clients, advancement of infrastructure, help small businesses to grow revenue and to invest in climate health. These are the goals of IFC. As you know, it is exclusively focused for private sector lending in developing countries. It has got lending activities. It lends through the debt or obligation bonds in international commercial markets. Coming to governance, it has got board of governors and board of directors who manages the affairs of IFC. Now the next institutions in World Bank Group is MIGA, which stands for Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency. It is an international financial institution which offers political insurance and credit enhancement guarantees So in fact, it offers a kind of insurance against political risk and as well as against credit enhancement. Such guarantees help the investors to protect foreign direct investments against political and non-commercial risk in developing countries. When investors invest money in a developing country, it takes a lot of risk. That risk to a large extent is protected by MIGA. MIGA is definitely a member of World Bank Group. We have already seen the list. MIGA is there. And this institution is located in Washington, D.C., headquartered at Washington, D.C. It was established in the year 1988. Mission is to promote foreign direct investment into developing countries to support economic growth, to reduce poverty, and to improve people's life. Okay, it also undertakes various projects. List of projects you can find out in their website. This institution, MIGA, is owned and governed by its member states, but it is managed or it has got its executive leadership staff who manages the organization. Shareholders are from various countries. It gives long-term debts and equity investments. And the World Bank Group has got an independent assessment team. That independent assessment team regularly assess all these institutions, including MIGA. MIGA is managed through a council of governors, board of directors, and the voting powers of the members are on the basis of weights of their capital investment. So voting power is weighted according to the share of capital of each director presence. So these are various kinds of political risks which are taken care of by MIGA, which is covered. One is currency incompatibility and transfer restrictions. So some countries makes its policy to make the currency inconvertible or put some restriction on transfer of currency. Then MIGA gives an insurance against that. Expropriation, that is an act of government claiming the property owned by some people, owned by some private people. So if government frames a rule or policy that this kind of private property will be taken by government, so MIGA offers a risk against that. MIGA offers a guarantee, offers a insurance against that. Then risks of war, terrorism, civil disturbances, breach of contract, non-honoring of financial obligation. These kind of risks are covered by MIGA. Then the last institution in the group, in the World Group, is the ICSID, that is International Center for Settlement of Investment Disputes. As your name suggests, this institution deals with settlement of disputes. Okay, in case there is any dispute, investment-related disputes, then that can be settled, that can be reconciled, that can be arbitrated under ICSID. It is headquartered at Washington, D.C. It is an autonomous, multilateral, specialized institution to encourage international flow of investment and mitigate non-commercial risks. Okay, there are around 153 contracting members of this institution. So this is about that. So these are the 5 institutions as you have learned, which all of them form World Bank Group. So this is what we have learned about World Bank and World Bank Group. So as you have understood, this topic is highly theoretical. You have to go through it and remember. But broadly, one thing is sure: the objective missions are more or less same. Of course, MIGA is for insurance, and ICSID is for this thing, international investment dispute settlement. Otherwise, all other institutions, they work almost for a common goal. So you can remember that, you can go through that, you can visit to their website. Right. If you have any query right now, ask me. Let me know if you got any query.
Sir, the functions and objectives of IBRD and ID are actually quite similar. So, is IDEA is the lending arm of IBRD, or is anything difference between two organizations?
You see, idea is offers concessional loans.
Yes.
Of course, their objective is more or less same. Functions are also same. You can say that is idea is an arm of uh, this thing, IBRD. Yeah, it's one arm of that. All of them work together. That's why they're called as World Bank.
Yes.
So let's close our session here today. Thank you very, very much. We'll catch up in our next class with our fourth module. Thanks a lot.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.